Okay, so in this tutorial, we're gonna carry on from where we left off, and I'm gonna build a infinity backdrop, but instead of just a right-angled wall, I'm gonna make a cylindrical infinity backdrop. So I'm gonna go, and there's a reason why as well. I'm gonna go to create polygon primitives and cylinder. Yeah, all right, here it is. Okay, it's way down here, and I'm gonna press spacebar, and down here, as like in my other tutorials that I mentioned. I think it was tutorial 3 or also 2. I forgot which one. Anyway, I'm gonna move its pivot point because it's in the middle. I'm gonna move down here. So I'm gonna press D as in David. Just click on it once. See how it changed? Press and hold V as in Victor. Press and hold it. Okay, V as in Victor. Then I'm gonna yank this down. Alright, so grab it. Ooh, don't worry about that. I'm still grabbing it. And I chucked it down. Alright, it might snap up for a moment. It just does that, and then you just snap it down. And then I'm still in my pivot mode where I can move it, and I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna get out of it. Press any key like a W, a E, or whatever, just W. So we're down there. And then I want to move this up so it's level with the ground plane. So again, we're gonna go up here. I'll snap to the grid. See, and now it's a circle, yellow circle. I'm gonna move it. Wait, I'm gonna turn on 4 wireframe mode, and see, here it is. Ooh, pop, plop, plop. There we go. Then I'm gonna press 5. I need to get out of this anchor pivot mode. I mean anchor snap to grid. Turn it off. There. That guy. Spacebar, spacebar. Zoom out. I'm in perspective. Be mindful of your compass. Press R as in Robert. In the center, I'm gonna scale out, like yay high. Press 4 so I can kind of see. Alright, I'm looking at it. And I wanna, it's kind of a bit tall, so I'm just gonna pull it down. Okay, like that. And I'm happy with the height, and I only want to constrain it and scale it in a constrained manner. So I'm gonna, you see this right here? In between him and him, this, yank on that, see? Like that. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that I have room inside to move around, see? It's like a stadium. Zoom back out. Alright. Press Alt 5. Wireframe unshaded. I'm gonna zoom in. Remember, I always use my left thumb on the Alt key. Now I need to flip the faces inward because it's blacked out. It's not facing the right way for our given circumstance. So I'm going to mesh display, reverse, plop. There we go. Okay, so here, see how we are getting blocked, our view being blocked because of the outer wall. I'm gonna go to shading, back face culling. I also went over that in the previous tutorial. See, zoom back in. All right, now I want to delete this wall, the ceiling. And I'm gonna right click and hold, choose face. And I'm gonna just see the top faces. I don't want to manually select them, it's a hassle. So I'm gonna just go like this, so I can see it like this much. And I'm gonna go up here, make sure you're in faces, right click and hold, choose faces, and left click and marquee drag like that much. and you'll notice nearly everything is selected, which I don't want. I just want this top selected. So I'm going to carefully align my camera like this, or even spacebar in here. And I'm going to hold on right mouse, hold down my control, okay, control key on my left side, and my left mouse button, I'm going to shift drag like that. Spacebar, spacebar. Now when you have the ceiling selected, it's just a quick and dirty way of selecting certain things. And I deleted it. Press 5, zoom in, and now we have a open ceiling. Right click and hold object mode. Alright, then I'm gonna double click on my cylinder and name it I don't know, infinity infinity room or something. Then I'm gonna give it a layer, have it selected in object mode in green. Click on this right there. Remember in class we talked about that. Double click on that. In here I'm gonna name it underscore infinity room underscore save. Okay, then I'm going to shift right click and hold down shift, hold down right mouse button, insert edge loop tool right here, like that. Click on edge, click drag on edges. So on the perpendicular edge, because I want to have this edge up over here, surrounding like that, going around. So on the perpendicular, right here, click and hold, and I'm going to do right around here. The closer you get, the tighter the edge, the tighter the curvature is going to be. Press W, okay, right click and hold, go to object mode, now press 3. Okay, I'm going to press Alt 5 to get out of my wireframe I shaded. Right, so there. Maybe I want the ceiling a little bit higher. I don't want this gap. Yeah. You don't want that gap showing because it will show when you do a render. So I'm gonna spacebar here. Right click and hold, go to vertex mode. Left click outside, left click and marquee drag. Select all those vertices. Okay, again, we are in vertex mode. Right click and hold, we are in vertex mode. And I'm gonna pull up, like, I guess a little bit higher like that. Spacebar, right click and hold, object mode, and let go, and zoom in. Just taking a look at it. Okay, and that works. Alright, the infinity room. So that's it. Now, let's crack open the hypershade. Remember the cue ball I talked about looking one? That looks like a cue ball right here, right there. Alright, crack that open. Okay. And I don't care about the material viewer, I don't need that right now. I don't care about the property editor, I don't need it right now. And in here, our work area, right? This is your work area. I'm gonna press tab, T-A-B, tab. And I'm gonna type in AI standard surface. Alright, standard surface. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, standard surface. I'm gonna double click on it, and I'm gonna just call it Teapot shader. I'm gonna select my the teapot cover, hold on shift, select the body. While I'm holding on shift, also I'm gonna left click on this and also this. Press F to focus on it so I get it in frame, right? And then I'm gonna hover over my teapot shader, hover over it, and right click on right click on it. Good. Make sure that this is in blue, because if it's in blue, that means that area is activated and will respond to you. Right click and hold, right click and hold. Sometimes you might have to do it once or twice. It gets kind of fidgety. Assign material to viewport selection. Boom. Good. And you know what? I'm gonna select the plate as well, and I'm gonna also assign it to my teapot shader. So right click and hold, assign material to viewport. Boom. All right. I'm gonna double click on it. Okay. My teapot shader, material shader. I'm gonna go to my attribute editor. This attribute editor, as the name says, it is the editor to manipulate the attributes of whatever you grab, whatever you are clicking on that you selected. It will be the editor to mess around with its attributes. Attribute editor for it. And this is the shader. Shader's attribute editor. So under base, right, hide specular, hide all of that, just look at the base. Under color, click on it once. I'm gonna give it a color that I like. Maybe something like that for now, right? And yeah, let's just do that. And then for its close the base, it's specular. I don't want it so shiny because right now it's at the weight is at 100. That means it is a perfect reflection, and I don't want a perfect reflection because that's how you get that cheesy, lame, you know, super reflective, glossy material that you see in so many, you know, bad renders. So under weight, let's drop it to like 0.5, 0.75. That's equivalent to 75% of its reflective ability or reflective look. Okay, just think of it that way. Roughness is basically its shine. You know, do you want to give it a bit of a fuzziness to it so it's not perfectly reflective? I usually like to put like 0.35, and that's all. You could mess around with the weight and roughness. That's the only thing you need to just screw around with. And before that, your base, the color. So we're good with that. All right, good. So that was 13 minutes. Next, I want to build a material for the infinity wall. I'm going to be in my work area in my hypershade, right? Remember I told you the hypershade is this one right here, this icon. I want this area cleared out. I need to move him out of the way. The way you do that, you just hit this. Remember the 3 stars? I think I mentioned that as a class. Click it. Now it's gone. But let's say if you want it back, what do? You click on that teapot shader and you click on this. That brings it back into frame. And you click on this to hide, to wipe it off the table. And you select that and click that to bring it back, okay? Always remember this and this. Click on that again. Now I'm gonna press tab and this one is a new material. It's called AI shadow matte. Remember this. This is a magical shader that's gonna make everything look very nice. AI shadow map. AI shadow map. Type it, and remember to pull this tab. You gotta press tab and hit enter. AI shadow map. I want you to click on it, right? Don't delete the shadow map thing. Just give it a dash and write down infinity. AI shadow map infinity wall. Okay. Select the infinity wall, infinity room, and then in your work area, see it's highlighted in blue. Hover over it. Assign material to viewport selection. And I'll explain more about this infinity wall. It's really special. So now it's on this material. And how do I verify that again? You select your material, right click on it and hold, right click and hold, and you do select objects with material, and it'll select it. I just want to verify and confirm it. Okay, so I'm gonna end it there. In the next tutorial I'm gonna go over more about the AI shadow map, because it's already been 16 minutes. Okay, bye.